distinguished delegates, program leaders, Dr. Ken Gammy, esteemed colleagues and honored guests. It really is a privilege for me to join you today at the ALM Africa Summit 2025, a gathering that celebrates Africa's resilience, ambition, and shared vision for a prosperous future. Across the continent, we are witnessing a remarkable transformation, a lot of what we've heard today as well. Africa's economic outlook is brightening, with many nations chartering new paths to growth, innovation, and global engagement. This optimism is rooted in our collective determination to overcome challenges and harness our continent's abundant potential. Zambia, as an example, stands as a testament to the spirit of renewal. In 2025, our economy is projected to grow by at least 6%, the strongest expansion in 4 years, driven by increased copper production, improved rainfall, and a resilient services sector. We were incredibly damaged by the recent drought that took place in the Southern Africa region, as I'm sure most of you might be aware. And we thought we were in good state initially, because 85% of our power was green, had great green energy, hydro, and then comes a drought. Devastating. Or as my president says, a wake-up call. So often with challenges, there are opportunities. Similarly to what's happening, in my view, with the global stage. Aid is being cut across the board. It's affecting a lot of our countries more directly than most other countries in the world. Is it a crisis or is it an opportunity? Or how do we think about transforming the crisis into an opportunity? An opportunity for leadership. In spite of what we went through as Zambia in terms of the drought, as I mentioned, we have emerged from a very difficult time, and including debt restructuring. Zambia was the guinea pig for the framework in terms of how to deal with our debt. Oh, it's going to take six months, we'll be done, we'll negotiate, we'll make it happen. 3 years later, we're still challenged. But I think we're at the mountaintop now. Things are changing and took far longer than we anticipated. But again, along with that comes a great deal of learning and an opportunity to be able to teach other countries and to share experiences so that our continent can, so that other countries in our continent don't have to go through, and not just our continent, even in South America and other countries that are facing debt, don't have to go through the same arduous task that Zambia did. So, in spite of all that, things are turning around. Our currency is growing, it's becoming one of the strongest on the continent in terms of its performance. Inflation is easing, and food prices are stabilizing, offering relief to our citizens and hope for sustained progress. Because we have to keep our people happy, and fed, and educated, and healthy. But our stories are not just about numbers. It's about the power of perseverance and partnerships. Zambia's recovery and growth are the result of collaborations, not just across borders, sectors, and communities, but all the above. As one of Africa's largest copper producers, we're working to ensure that benefits of our resources reach all Zambians, while contributing to the continent's industrialization and integration. The theme of this summit resonates very deeply with us. Africa's outlook is one of unity, innovation, and shared prosperity. As we look ahead, Zambia is committed to fostering regional integration, investing in infrastructure, and supporting the development of our people, knowing that our future is inextricably linked with that of our neighbors. When our current administration came into being in 2021, One of the first things the president did was greet all of our neighbors around our country, of which there are 8. So we have to have good neighbors. If your neighbors are not safe and secure, you are not safe and secure. So we start with our neighbors, we start with our regional bodies, SADC, then we start with the AU, and continue on. That was the strategy. Of course, everyone is important, and we ensure that we embrace them all. But if your neighbor is in strife, it makes it very, very difficult. When there's no peace and security, nobody wants to invest in your country. Why would they? Too much of a risk. But what a wonderful opportunity we have here today to network, to engage, and let's seize this moment to build bridges, champion inclusive growth, and reaffirm our belief that Africa's destiny is one of hope and opportunity. A clear example of that is the African Continental Free Trade Area, something that we must embrace collectively. It's not fully ratified yet, so push your countries for those who have not. Without intra-Africa trade, we'll be challenged. This is where technology and innovation can come in. How do we ensure that our systems and our processes are standardized across our borders? Instead of having trucks waiting in long queues as borders as they go throughout our continent to get the goods and services from one country to another. How do we use our collective efforts? How do we use our young people's innovation, technology, and their knowledge to help us think through these problems that will help us collectively as a continent? A lot of opportunities. So together, we can transform challenges into catalysts for progress and ensure that the promise of Africa is realized for generations to come. And they can start here. Thank you.
Thank you very much to Her Excellency for